Hey everybody, do you want to make a D&D podcast like us or really any podcast? Well, then you got to know about Anchor. First off, my favorite part, it's very free. It's the most free. It costs no dollars. That's sick. Second part, you can start monetizing with their monetization tools immediately with no minimum listenership. Also very sick. You can now, this is new, you can take any song from Spotify and add it directly into your episodes. And let me tell you, that's freaking sick nasty. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Last time on Lawful Stupid. Eshy is real now. She says, the thing about the megalos is that you have to have two to control it. And she kind of like, without looking at you, gestures over to the chair next to her.
And then he sits down and places his hands on the pedestal.
And Eshy says, all right, well, I'm going to stay here and get this thing worked back up. Sadly, this is where we part for a while.
I'll meet up with Fume and Mrs. B.
And so I think you guys get up, prepared. You're going to head off in the direction now of the fire giant. We're transitioning over to Angel's Cove, and Marguerite and Lafayette sit in their like chairs, and then the town hall, the council there, and they're just chatting back and forth. And then there's a pause, and Marguerite says, "Ooh," and Lafayette looks over and says, "You have gas, sister?" Marguerite says, "No. Something different indeed." And she stands up and walks over and stands right next to Lafayette, and he's kind of like whittling something, and he says, "Can I help you?" And she says, "Yes." And she grabs his hand and puts it to her stomach, and you feel the slightest kick. And you've made your way once again through the high rise, coming through the Dead Man's Pass. You talked to the orcs you once talked to. They're very refined. You remember them from the early on episodes. And they told you that not far from here is where the fire giant, who you must seek out and presumably steal his eye, lives. And where we left off is you were climbing down sort of this steep cliff to make your way into Spider Canyon.
I love how you say steal his eye. Like there's like a very stealthy way we could approach this, like sneak in and take it out of his eye socket without him noticing.
I may give you that opportunity. It may be a stealth mission. Maybe if you can make it through somehow. I don't think you will, but if you
It'll
can
be very
somehow,
easy for me. I could be the stealthiest man who ever lived.
Well, I've been listening to other DM podcasts, and they have rules, and I've been listening to those. So we'll see.
Okay,
That's how we're playing.
There are going to be rules in this game? Since when?
I don't know, man.
I'm ready.
Someone was like, maybe you should try rules, and I was like,
Nah.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't change it now. That's weird. You know it's weird
If
when you
you're
start
boring,
a
just
story.
say so.
When you start a story, you don't want it to just change tempo midway through. The theme can't change.
Yeah, don't
so
want
I
to
think
anger the change.
here there are, as you climb down, there are several like stops where you can take a break from climbing down, and so it's not just a sheer drop.
Sure
to
is
the bottom.
tiring. I'm glad that there are these places here for us to take a break, huh? Hell yeah! All right.
They do not reciprocate.
I'm talking to myself. I'm
You've
scouting
made it
out
down
alone.
already. You're just at the bottom chilling.
Talking to my shadow.
And Breeze is, of course, with you as well, because this is you guys doing him a solid, really.
Yeah.
So you guys make it all the way down to the bottom, and you're in the canyon, but you can see that, like, for miles, this canyon goes on. And you've got like some of these, what do you call them? They're like canyon stalagmites, or just what do you call it? Like the pillars? There's pillars that work?
Sure.
Yeah.
Arches. There's like these big stone arches all throughout this canyon as you would make your way through it, presumably in the direction of where the fire giant lives.
We continue heading that direction.
Cool. Yeah.
I tried earlier and I was scoring.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying
You're
shit.
good, man. Eventually, you make your way to a town. It's not very established. It looks very just kind of thrown together. Bits and pieces from maybe other shops from different places you've visited, different colors, different material. But there are a lot of people who are hustling and bustling around this little bitty ransacked village. As you enter, there's no gates. It's just you walk into the town, and the road is just same old canyon floor.
I grab somebody. I grab the attention of somebody as they're hustling and bustling.
Snaps in their face. Hey.
No, there's some kids who are like chasing a hula hoop around.
Perfect.
They like roll.
I target the children. I talk to the children.
Target.
Oh,
How do you get their attention?
Hey kids, you want some candy?
And they both run over immediately and put their hands in your pocket. In all your pockets. Every pocket you have,
Nope.
there's a hand in it.
Nope, I slapped their hand away. No, this
Thanks, mister.
Wrong.
This doesn't feel like candy.
And
he actually does pull out. Hold on, he does pull out your mug that keeps filling up. Ooh, what's this?
That's for adults. I take it back.
Oh,
Anyways, kids, hey, children, what do you call this town? Besides poor.
we don't call it poor. It's home. We call it home.
Okay, but what if you were to give it a name and put it on a map? What would that be?
An app. Actually, he pulls out an iPhone and he shows you where you are geographically in the world. He says, we call this place Charzo.
Charzo. Okay. Did it used to be called
Chorizo.
another char name like Charmiliozo or anything like that, or maybe not?
Yeah, that city was burned to a crisp.
Oh,
so we
and
rebuilt.
here's the new evolution. Got it.
Here it
okay,
is. We
great.
evolved a little bit.
Hey kids, do you guys know what fire giants are?
And they go wide-eyed and like, Mom! And they run away from you. They like leave.
Man, these kids suck.
wait. Will's back. I like where this is going.
Back in my day, kids wouldn't get scared of a little fire giant. Like, it had to be like a CR20 encounter before kids would run. They'd be like, ooh, what is that? Oh, what is that? A basilisk? Let me go get a picture. Oh, let me go over here. Let me pet it, because it's going to be my new best friend. Kids suck.
They were gonna bring their moms back, man. Not good in my book.
Yeah, I think people are beginning to look at all of you because you're wearing clothes that don't match, and you clearly look like outsiders.
Raise your kids to suck less.
This is a weird thing to shout to people.
You've got people who are kind of just like sitting on like front porches and rocking chairs. You've got, you can hear the tink tink of blacksmiths, and several of them in the area. You've got some bars that have patrons outside stumbling around. You've got some horse stables that are up and down this long alley, and you do have a couple different like roads.
This is a fucking one horse
square.
town. Right? Is that what?
No, there's at least 3 horses here. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I deserve that. I go to a nearby blacksmith.
All right, so Guy is he's not paying attention to you all. It's just working on a sword.
What's the name on the shop?
It is Forged in Blood.
Wonderful name here. Not ominous and creepy at all, dear sir. How are you?
Oh, you're good, yeah?
Very, very familiar accent. Question.
We're going to answer.
Have you ever heard of Rocknick the Fire Giant?
He roll a perception check for me.
Yeah, sure. I'm great at
Anybody?
those.
Or
It's
can I
actually going to
perceive
add a
them?
bunch of shit to it. Hold
Yeah, you can if you want to do that. If you guys want to roll perception.
on. 14.
Okay.
16.
13.
I think these are all good enough, honestly. You notice that things quieten down a little bit. There was a couple men maybe behind you yelling about something.
Okay.
And they've stopped. Also, so as you notice that like the silence behind you, that this guy, his knuckles tighten around the hammer and he stands up straight. And as he stands up straight, because he was kind of hunched over working on this sword, he's about 2 heads taller than any of you and broad. He's just a broad man, large beard, and he says,
Does he look human? He's human.
he's human. He's gonna say,
Where
where'd you get that name?
What? Where did I... I'm sorry. I smell the cowardice on you, and I'm not sure what you said.
He steps up, his like chest, like to your face, and is looking down with this hammer, and he says, "Who you calling a coward?"
I smell him. You.
I don't want any trouble.
Great, me neither. Where's Rocknick?
And he looks to the direction if you were to keep walking straight through town and out into the distance toward where the sun is going to be setting soon. He says, "His camp's that way."
Is he a dick?
Put it this way, about every month or so, makes his way here with a few hill giants, with some goblins and some traitor humans, and they pick apart our town, taking whatever they please, taking our families, and he kind of almost like you see him tear up a bit, taking our children.
Who runs this town? This Charzo?
Ain't nobody no more.
What?
Everyone who thinks they can come in and make something of this place ends up gone too. We're just trying to live.
Right, but somebody's gotta be in charge. There's enough people here that somebody is calling the shots in some fashion, yeah?
There's a scout who warns us. If there's anybody who is important in this town, it's him.
If you had like a government of any kind, or like an elder, or like old Sue who lives in who calls the shots here? Somebody's in charge. Is it you? Are you in charge?
I'm just a blacksmith, man. I ain't got nothing important here today. If you want someone who maybe's making decisions in this town,
Yeah, that's what I want.
well, he's out of town right now.
What? Okay. Who's his?
He says he's trying to make his place a better place, but I don't know. I don't know what you want. Like, he's not going to have any better answers for you than I am.
No, but I'm going to put it plainly, sir. So I didn't catch your name. What's your name?
We will.
You want me to explore your world or not, Devin?
Yeah. I want to see. Actually, I have. Let's see if we have any patron names.
Devin's like, oh, you don't want to talk in the pillars. Oh, look, there's a city.
I love it.
Don't talk to people here. Quit it.
Well, he even named the forge. I feel like this is what we need.
My name is Barbados.
Barbados. Oh, that's a good name. I love that. All right, Barbados. I'm gonna be I'm a straight shooter. I'm not a liar. I don't talk around things inaccurately in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to talk to whoever's in charge, and I'm going to have them pay me to remove Rocknick the Fire Giant.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Sure. I'll persuade the shit out of you.
B is just gonna look a little bit confused.
Maybe we'll persuade the shit out of you.
Fume is going to be walking around
11.
his workshop, his forge, and just taking all the weapons and like turning them, or all the tools and turning them upside down, moving them to the left slightly.
Nice.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it's an 11.
It's 11.
Yeah, I can only intimidate to boost, which I don't want to do.
He says, listen to this. There's a man, and he kind of nods down toward the end of town. He says, he's not the boss of us. He works for Rocknick himself. Keeps us under his thumb. That's why I say no one's running this place.
Okay. What's this guy's name?
His name is Gorza.
Goza or Gorza?
Gorza.
Okay, got it.
Got it. That's a G, an O, an R, a Z, and an A.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Okay, and so he's like your pit boss here. He's got running the show, keeping you
He's
guys
a
in
prick.
check. Yeah, got it. Okay, Gorza's the prick.
snitch.
Rocknick's the dick. Got it. All right, cool. And you said just down the row here.
Yeah, you see a nice place that's actually made of bricks and things, not cobbled together from whatever.
And what does
That's where
Gorza
he's-
look like?
A pretty boy, if you've ever seen one.
William smiles.
Right here.
He's
Motions
I don't
to
have a
fuel.
mirror handy.
he says
Do
He's
you
a
do a
dwar-
little dance? What do I need
he's
to
a
do to
dwarf and
impress
he
you?
ain't got no beard.
Is it
You ever
dwarf with
seen
no beard?
that? Yeah,
Oh,
clean
Oh,
shaven
he's-
freak.
I thought you said handsome.
yeah. I got words for them, and that ain't it. All right. William like motions to the team, the party. I don't need to do that. Fuck that mind link. I talk to you in my head. We don't need to have a private conversation. Just one at a time. Hey B, I just want to go kill this dude, or like get information and then kill him. Yay, nay.
No, we don't need to kill him. He's not the problem. The rock.
Okay, got it. I put her on hold. Hey Pooh,
Yeah.
I want to go kill this guy. I want to get information from Corzo and then waste him because he seems like a prick. Mrs. B seems relatively on board with the idea. What say you?
Or is it greasing a dude?
Well, I mean, we'll get some information and then probably grease him. Seems like an asshole to the town, you know? I
mean,
figure we should fix the leisure a little bit.
I reserve the right to do just horrible and heinous acts to him based on the severity of his crimes against his people. So maybe that means we grease him, but also that means we just,
Perfect.
like maybe we both give him a wet willy at the same time. But yours would be like you steam it.
Okay, you know what? I don't hate this. And then I break the communication and then look at both of you and say, now that we're all on the same page, let's go.
I nod to Miss B. Okay,
Bree says, hey, y'all do that thing again where you leave me out of it, so I guess I'll just tag along.
I call Breeze. Hey, Breeze.
Yeah, man.
You're handsome. We're going to go fuck up this dude. Let's go.
That was it? That's the only conversation y'all had?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's do it. I'm in. This guy's, he's wasted. He's worth nothing.
Perfect.
I actually, you know what? I'm gonna go take some high ground. So I'll be just keeping some overwatch for you all. Let me know if you
Perfect.
need
And if you see those kids that try to take my mug, just,
take them out. I ain't doing that. Listen, it's just a mug.
I was going to say scare them. Damn, Breeze.
I feel like you're on a warpath and you don't care who gets in the way. Is that accurate?
I mean, relatively, but they're children.
Children
mean-
do come up. Racknick was a kid once. Whatever. I'm out of here.
Dad fucking murder him. Anyways,
Did give
Miss B,
baby
I'm
booties.
Miss B, I'm kidding. That's a joke. I just ribbing with the boys here.
As long as you're having fun.
I will be. And so he takes his rifle out and he starts walking down the street and he turns a corner and he is out of sight.
Well, now I'm even more worried.
well,
Down the
that's
street,
good.
right?
Let's go find this. Let's go find this pantsless dwarf. I mean, because
Fuma's gonna stick his finger in his mouth.
Wait, in his mouth or in the other?
Fuma's gonna stick a finger into his own mouth.
Okay.
And he's gonna,
in Barbados' mouth. Hold on.
Precision of words.
He's just gonna
What's
hold
going
it.
on,
He's just gonna hold it damp and menacingly.
I don't know what that's about.
Are you trying to
Gross.
find the direction of the wind?
Let's go.
Hot.
Oh, hey, one last thing. I did not send you. I didn't send you down there. I didn't talk to you at all.
I already forgot your name, my guy. I way already forgot your name. Don't worry about it snitching. I'd be able to be like, I don't know, the guy with the accent. What am I going to say? You've left no impression on me.
All right, Barbados, you did not send us. Noted.
Thanks. And he goes back to swinging that hammer.
I go and look for Gorzo, the beardless dwarf.
I assume he's wearing a sign.
I assume he's the only dwarf without a beard.
I look on my mini map. Do I see like a quest indicator? that
You
might
do?
say-
Where's the exclamation point?
Yeah, there's an exclamation point there.
I think it would be a question mark. Frankly, we got the exclamation point from the blacksmith, but
But
that's fine.
It
To be
transfers.
fair, the blacksmith would have the question mark because this ain't a fetch quest.
No, he would have the exclamation point because he gives us the quest, and then we turn the quest in at Gorzo. That completes the quest. He might, and that starts the new quest in the quest line. That he gets.
I don't know. I
have
feel like
time to
we're killing
explain this to you.
Gorzo. I feel like we're killing Gorzo, so I don't think he's gonna give any quests. But we'll see.
Yeah, so you take a trip down to the end of town. It takes you about 5-10 minutes to get there.
Yep.
And in front of this building are there's like 3 humans wearing like this black cloth, like light. It kind of looks like there's maybe some armor in there. It doesn't look like real protective. And they have like these like, what are the golf caps called? Like the ones that kind of over the old
flat cap.
Yeah, like that on front. They're all like kind of like joshing around with you, laughing about something, and then they're all pretty scrawny looking too. You can see that they have like some daggers on their belts.
Cool. Murder these nerds. Got it. Roll up on them. And there's a door. I walk past them to the door and knock.
No, so as you attempt, they're like right in front of the door because obviously like they're here to guard. So you're gonna step in your way, and he goes, "Can we help you?"
Yeah, sure, Mrs. B.
Oh, hey there. Did you bring a gift for Gorza? Okay.
Yeah, pleasant conversation.
Wait, sorry. Back up 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you said, "Did you bring a gift for Gorza?" Was that question? Who was that directed at? Can you clarify?
Your friend, he kind of like knife hands to William. He's like,
Oh, so you're implying that Miss B is the gift and therefore an object.
I mean, we run this town, you know.
I'm already swinging, unfortunately. I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna punch this guy right in the face.
Okay. What we're gonna do, because this is gonna put a string of events together, we're gonna move into a thing that Lawful Stupid and I had no part of this. I read it once. This is called narrative combat. So for everyone who did not hear these rules, anyone who's a DM and forgot how it worked, this is for you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to roll a d6, and that's going to determine who gets to go first. So 1 through 3 will be the foes, and a 4 through 6, and a roll to 6 will be for our friends. Our friendos will all get their turn at the same time, and then we'll move over to the foes. You get 1 action per person. There's some caveats to that in just a minute, but 1 action. And you're kind of coming up with some things you want to do. And what we know about that is you have some modifiers. And these are the body, mind, and heart that you will use. If you want to figure out how to get your score for the individual body, mind, and heart, we'll have a link in this episode. Kind of takes you to that PDF, lets you know how you can get those. And so, everybody, can you give me your body, mind, and heart? Shane, we'll start with you.
Yeah, Fume's body score is a 3, his mind is a lowly 1, and his heart is a 2.
Okay. Miss B.
She is 2 across the board.
2s all around. And William.
All rounded.
William has a body of 3, a heart of 2, and a mind of 0.
Okay. So what we're going to do here is you guys are going to say what you want to do and what you think you'll use, your body, mind, or heart. Body's physicality, mind is mental acuity, and heart is sociality, kind of like socially how you interact with individuals. Once we decide on that, you're going to roll your heart, mind, or body. 1 to 2 is a fail. 3 to 5, you succeed at a cost. It could be damage or advantage or disadvantage or something like that. And a 6+ is a success without cost. You can also use your class currency. So these are, if you fail at something that you wanted to succeed at, you can look at something like spell slots or magical items, etc. You know, you use those things if you want to decide to pass a roll or something like that. You use those things up.
Yeah, those are we call that a heroic action when you use a class currency to either choose to turn a failure into a success, or you can choose to burn it ahead of time as kind of a risky gamble to try to increase the effect of your action, the impact of your action.
Yes, and so then once they make that roll, it is up to me as the DM to decide if it's a high, medium, or low impact based on the situation, kind of what the character's buildup is, what they decided to do, and how the environment might be affected.
So you'll actually tell impact before the dice roll is made, because there's kind of like that bargaining stage of like, you go, okay, I want to do this action. What would that impact be? And you say, oh, it'd be a low impact.
That's what I said. The exact thing. That's what I just said.
You said you would give an impact.
That's a joke, guys. I said I need the rules back. Okay, so listen, it's the first time I'm really doing it. So here we go. One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. So you got these three dudes in front of you. They are treating Ms. B like a piece of meat. You're not jiving. We're in narrative combat. And you all three get to go first. So what would you like
Shane, you started, so why don't you...
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I started this thing off by so I wanna knock this dude flat, and I'd like to use my body to do that.
Okay, and that's a pretty good score, so I'm gonna roll one for him as well.
What would my impact be?
Impact would be high. He's a scrawny dude. He's not expecting it. He's still kind of looking at William.
Yeah, I was gonna also so remember in narrative combat, advantage and disadvantage cancel out and stack. Could I have advantage on this roll?
Yes, I'd give you advantage.
Sucker punched him. Okay. So I'll roll my 2d6 here. I got a 5 and a 1.
Yeah, so that's going to give you a success without any costs. So you already...
no, it's a success on no cost on a 6 or higher. We tweaked that.
Oh, because you're rolling with advantage. I was just adding them in my bust. Okay, so...
No, yeah, you don't add them up. Yeah. So my highest was a 5. So I'll do a success with costs here.
Okay, so I think what happens, you are able to punch him in the face, and he falls immediately backward into the building, to the right side of the door. But as you do that, you punch so hard and with so much fury that you kind of bring yourself on the other side of these bad guys. So you've almost like a pinch maneuver, but now you're behind two of them, and they both turn to face you.
Oh, great. So what I would like to do is basically grab them by their scruffs of their heads and bonk them together. I would like to use my body to do that because I'm real strong.
I'm going to say you'll have a medium impact based on your size, trying to grab two dudes at the same time. And
would it help if I used my chain for one?
But I would say not so much. That's going to be tricky to be so close. But what I'll say is I'll give you advantage
All right.
because their backs are turned to you.
And yeah,
And that-
cool. I just want to grab him by the scruff and
let's
coconut
do
smash.
2 separate rolls for each one's grab to see how you. So you can do it 2 dice for one guy and 2 dice for the other guy.
Okay. Well, we'll start with guy on the left. And confirm, Shane, it's whatever you roll plus your modifier, yeah?
Yes. So it's whatever comes up. I goofed that up last time. I completely forgot to add my modifier. I had a 5 on the die.
Yeah, I was like, I just thought you had a 2 on the
3.
die.
I had an 8. No,
Yeah, so I've got an 8 on one on the guy on the left.
Okay.
That's why we pushed mixed success up from 5 to 6, is because with modifiers you can get pretty.
Yeah, you can get pretty high. And then I got a
rolls.
7 on the other one, so I'm resoundingly successful.
Yeah. You see Shane. You see Fume take that punch. You know you're in it, right? It's time,
Yep.
and you take
That's it.
advantage literally of this, and you bang their heads together, and they will crumple to the ground. They are on the ground, and they are groaning.
Okay. I would like to swipe their daggers. Is it possible I can swipe their daggers and, like, point it at them while I'm down there? Because we're
Yeah,
obviously winning here.
Ooh,
Yeah,
threatening.
I'm
That would be-
assuming you want to
that
use.
would be a heart.
Yeah. Are you trying? Yeah. So what are you trying? What do you want to do to them?
You're trying to-
Intimidate.
Yes.
Yeah. So we could. I'm assuming you want to use heart score.
So
like you
I'll
said,
use
yeah.
the heart score. So I just roll at normal.
I think you're gonna have a high impact for several. You're gonna and be able to use. This is gonna be high impact because they're afraid. I think they're scared. I think they're at a disadvantage clearly, which puts you at an advantage.
Okay.
And you're good with daggers. Like that's your weapon of choice. And so I think you've got honestly 2 advantages on top of. That's what I
Okay.
would do.
So
that
roll
just
2
hey,
d6.
and what's important is double advantage means you roll 3
Yeah, because they stack.
Okay.
because they stack.
They stack and they cancel out. So if you have disadvantage, it can cancel out advantages, which doesn't normally happen in D&D, but with these rules it does.
Okay, so I have 3d6.
Yes.
And I roll all
Yes.
of them. Okay.
Yes.
You add your heart to that.
So do I add it to the highest one out of the 3?
To the
Highest,
highest one out of the 3, yep.
So that would be a 6 plus 2 to 8.
8,
Yeah,
so
that
that's
is
flat
a success without any cost. But I do want to know, what do you say anything when you do this? Because you take daggers and you point. Do you say anything?
Best not make my boys angry. She'll smile, a little smirk.
How close are the daggers?
Right up to their necks.
are you
she's being threatening.
touching the skin?
Not quite, but if they want to lean up into it, they'll get in trouble.
Do either of them have like some stubble she can shake?
They all do. They all have 5 o'clock
Oh yeah,
shadows.
just like take a little bit off.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Just leave a strip.
It's a
So-
beautiful picture.
You've got 1 knocked out. That was hit first, and you have 2 that are groaning, but now they are peering up. Let me just see if they're gonna run away. 1 will get up. He will attempt to run. He's able to do that. His impact. His high impact. He's just trying to run away from you guys, which is the intended goal, I would say. The other fellow is not going to. He has another knife that he's tucked away into a boot, and his hand is down by it. And this one is at you, Miss B. He rolls a 1, which is a crit fail. So as he attempts to attack at your leg, let's say like at their thigh level, how do you want to counter him?
I mean, he got a crit 1, right? And she's really good at daggers. So she's got fast hands. She'll probably just like swat it away like a mom swat. Like, I don't think so.
Mom hand. Wow.
Yeah, I think you don't even break eye contact, and his dagger goes flying, and his friend is down. So at this point, we're back to you 3.
I would like to propose, could I, if I may, a wombo combo. If I use a heroic action, if I spend a class currency, can I team up with Will? Like he tosses me at the end of his chain, we just clothesline this dude. If we use both of our turns to do that,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I'm in.
And just roll normally, because I would give you advantage if it was like one guy, but it's both of you, so it will some way will affect. Or are you saying you're using that to get advantage?
Yeah, I would say probably just we'll do a split advantage where I'll roll a d6 and Dwayne will roll a d6 and whoever rolls highest will take it.
Okay. I like
I assume this is body since we're checking.
Yeah, this is gonna be body
clothes
because this is
Leo Goofy
All
Donald.
right.
Leo body voice. All right, here we go. I rolled
an 8.
4. Okay, you got it.
What would you roll, Dwayne?
I rolled 7.
An 8. Yeah.
Oh, great. And so what do you want to do? Because it's gonna have a high impact, whatever.
Yeah, I just want Will to like me and Will lock eyes and we set up our wombo like we talked about doing this like late night before we do our long rest. We're like, bro, one day when we get them set up, we're gonna do the old clothesline. We're gonna toss me the chain, I'm gonna grab it, and I'll just run as fast as I can. And you just held there like an anchor, and we could clothesline theoretically in a whole circle.
Yeah.
360 degrees.
We'll make a circle of pain.
But this is we've got to test it out first on this dude. But I want to just take his feet directly out. I want him to do a flip in the air and land on his head.
You guys make eye contact. Chain comes across. You run underneath, and before he can even react, it just flipped him, and he is unconscious.
Crumples to the ground.
You're out of combat.
We high five for sure, right?
Oh yeah.
Ginge, insert a high five noise.
People are beginning to mill around and see you do this. It's almost like they can't believe that you stood up to these people. The door before you is a plain wooden door that you can go into.
I attempt to open it.
And it does open. It opens right up.
Okay. Just making sure.
You open up into an area that seems, it's like a sitting room almost. There are several bookshelves around. Not many books on the bookshelves. They seem dusted as they haven't been used in some time. There seems to be there's like a bed, a small bed in one corner. And then to your left is the bookshelves and a couple of those chairs. And there are some stairs in the back of this room that lead up.
What's the guy's name? Grundu?
It's Gorza.
Gorza, you smelly bitch! Come downstairs. We're tired.
You hear like the sound of someone upstairs, like oh no, like you hear feet like tuk, 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 and you hear a door slam that's upstairs, and then you hear some other things like furniture like squeak, like being pushed up against the...
Got it.
I'm gonna step outside and see if there's a window.
There is a window.
I say to Fume, you get the squirter entrance. Squirter exit. I go up the stairs to the door that I assume is barricaded.
I'm
I
going
check.
to stand outside the window with my arms open.
B.
She'll just follow William. You like dust off her dress, stash away the new daggers she just got. It's all good day.
I got a feeling William's going to make jumping out this window very appealing, and I'm going to be ready to catch the guy.
I'm here for
Is
moral
the door
support.
blocked? Right?
Yeah,
If
you
I try
step
to open
up, and it gets a little bit darker in this hallway as you walk up. There are no windows like in the hallway. You try the door, and it doesn't budge at all.
Yeah, I don't push very hard. I just goes. I suggest you just give up. It's the easier path.
If I just wait long enough, then you'll be sorry.
Good point, Mrs. B. You're not going to want to be here for this. I take a step back. I point at the door, and I cast Fire Bloom, and just shoot a fucking spray of fire against this door.
I
and
think
all things behind it.
you're quiet for a second, and you hear the floorboards creak as whoever's on the other side of this door moves closer to what he thinks is maybe maybe you he's fake stomp go downstairs, and so he's like ear is really close to the door.
Oh yeah, B went down the stairs and totally put that heel to the floor to make it sound like someone's walking away.
And the blast comes through, and it's like a scene from a movie slow motion. All of this furniture and the door together splinter outward, and the force knocks him back. The window shatters, and this beardless dwarven man with his hair slicked back, now it's floating everywhere into the air, is falling from the second story window toward presumably Fume.
Fume's just gonna have his arms out ready to catch him.
I'd like to think Miss B steps right next to Fume as soon as the guy lands in his arms.
And he knocks the breath out of him.
I'm gonna hold him close to me and be like, I never knew you cared.
And he turns to look at you, and he is looking around. Are you holding or just
I'm cradling him? Yeah, I'm holding him close to my bosom.
So he's fighting you to not fighting you, but trying to get out of you, just holding him like this.
I do like a judo toss, and I just throw him over my hip, and I grab his wrist, and I pull his arm behind him and force him to the ground. I go, no, that's not. I caught you. Let's be cool for a second.
What do you want? I'll give you anything. Just don't hurt me.
What do you got?
All right, information. What do you want to know?
Let's start with an encyclopedia. Start with the A's. What do you know, Jack? What do we? Oh, yeah, the fire giant. What's his deal?
Oh, Rocknick. He's a terrible guy. He's the worst. I hate him too. Just let go. You're hurting my arm so much.
Yeah. Actually, no, I forgot. We came here because we want a job. Hey, you don't want that guy. We'll get rid of him for money. Twist so hard more.
Oh, yes. We'll get rid of him. You gotta stop, though.
No, we'll get rid of him. It's a job, and you'll pay us, right?
I don't really. He has all the money, so I couldn't really do anything for you. I don't think.
Well, do we do anything else from this guy? I don't know.
I can get the money. I can get it.
William comes out of the door.
No, I'm not saying you're just. I'm going to let you go. I'm a catch and release kind of guy.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, you're probably not. You're probably definitely not going to die here, but you might wish you had. Sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry, I kind of lost the thread on this one. Will, what do you want to do?
Here's the deal. We're going to go kill Rocknick.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to tell us where Rocknick is.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that.
Okay. I can do that.
Great. Start now.
Listen, you won't be able to get in there and do it. There's so many people in there.
You know what? No. Hey, does your arm hurt really badly?
It does. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. And I let him go, but I immediately grab his other arm and twist it behind his back.
Oh God.
Yeah. No. I know.
This is child's play. He could do much harder than this.
No, man. Please don't say that.
Hey, your boys are very rude to women, and you need, I don't know what kind of seminars you need to have people act right around a fucking lady, but you're not going to do that anymore, right? No more gifts for Gordo, whatever the fuck your name is?
His face is looking away from the town, and he flips it quickly to be able to see at the door, and he sees him laying there, and he's like, I don't even know these clowns. What did they say?
They said very rude things
Gozo,
about my lady
let's get
friend.
back on topic here. You were telling us there's a lot of people.
And he flips his head back out the door.
I get so mad when people are mean to Miss B. I just want to hurt him. I twist his arms.
I agree.
Listen, I was being kept in that tower for so long, they wouldn't let me leave. I'm supposed to keep watching the town. It's not my fault. I'm here or I'll die.
Will gives him a pat on the cheek, a gentle. Now, back on target. Listen, you said there's a lot of people there. How do we get in? How do we kill Rocknick? Come on.
Please let go. I can't even think straight. There's a lot
good
of
point.
things you'll
Good
want
point.
to know.
Will wraps his chain around the guy's neck and says, "Go ahead, you can release him." No, not tight, just enough to know that it's there and it could be tight.
There's a lot of hill giants and goblins and even some humans, and they're trained.
Sure, but is there a back entrance?
There's a couple cave systems, but I'd have to draw you a map.
How well are they equipped?
They're just hill giants. No one gets through. And Rocknick is a fighter himself.
How do the hill giants feel about Rocknick? Is he nice to them?
They feel subservient, and if they could take over, they would.
Okay, we can work with that.
You can work with that?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, draw us this map, and you can keep your arms.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
both of them.
He's laying on one, and the other one's behind it. He's cow tied. He's like,
Oh, I let go once
Yeah.
Will put the chain around his neck.
Ugh.
I know he can make that thing hot in an instant. I'm good.
he's grabbing at it a
No,
little
no,
bit,
it's fine
trying
there.
to pull it off. I don't know if you let him.
No, it's fine there.
Do what?
It's fine there. You can draw with that on your
We
neck.
call this the chain of cooperation. It's a magical item that makes people cooperate for fear for their life.
It's a good point.
can also call it the leash of the naughty boy.
So, what do you? How do you provide? Do you want him to just draw it in the sand, or what do you want him to do?
No,
He's like,
we've got.
I've got paper and pen.
Oh, I've got paper.
Yeah, we all got paper and
charcoal,
quill.
whatever
Like,
he needs.
yeah.
Oh, I have a whole art supply case. We're good.
Mrs. B,
Yeah.
Glitter, glue,
give
everything.
this guy some crayons.
He can make it out of paper mache. He can make it like a sand table.
Yeah, I'll give him like construction paper and some crayons, Devin.
Okay, perfect. So, what I'll do is he takes the paper and he begins to draw all of these different things. He's not a good artist
It's
by
rough.
any means.
I get it.
But he,
hey, you know what he spells? You magic boy.
no, just a plain old dude who's getting used.
Hey man, we're gonna don't worry. After we get rid of this guy, we're gonna leave town. We're never coming back here. So like,
Can I
We'll be
leave
fine.
too? I'm trapped here just
sure.
like everyone else is.
Hey, back
who are you trapped
back
by?
to drawing.
Rocknick.
Talk and draw.
He'll be dead. You can do whatever you want after that.
And he like kind of looks up and he looks around and he's like, "You mean it?"
Well,
Yeah,
no,
it's gonna
we
be
don't
fine
mean
after
that.
this.
You can't do whatever you want. You can be a,
No,
You
I
have
mean
to
like-
change your
chill
act on how you
dude.
treat women.
that's a fact. You got to be cool.
Well, we will
or else
come back
hear
here
about
and
it.
I'll
then,
fucking
and then
noose
we
you.
will come back. I don't ever want to come back, but if you make me,
Everyone, roll a perception check for me, please.
okay. $18 for you, boy.
14.
22.
So he's kind of finished up drawing this map, kind of in its entirety. And I'm going to give this to you guys for the next episode, so you can just have it to look at. About a 4-mile radius is what it is, this whole area that they're kind of in. He shows you, like, to the right. As you walk, you have to take this narrow pass, and then it opens up into this wider canyon area. And to the right, there's kind of like it goes up and some cliffs that look down into the basin. Same thing on the left side, look down into the basin, and he kind of draws some items. There's like 2 tunneling systems under each of those kind of higher elevated areas. Like there's just some other places you can go and live or whatever. It talks about there's a place where they make all the food for Rocknick, so he's got cooks, but there's roving guards all the time. There's like 1 hill giant to every 5 or 6 humans. There's like a bunch of little goblins that are just kind of sprinkled around this thing. It's just like heavily protected, he says. For the perception roll, who got above 14?
I met with a 14.
I did.
You hear the footsteps of this giant person, who you know, and he says, "This is for my daughter." And I don't know if you want to, but he brings this hammer down, and if you're not going to stop him,
Oh, I'm stopping.
Yeah, thank you.
he's aiming for the head.
He's bringing it.
He's aiming
down
for
on-
the head of Gorza.
No, I'm gonna take the hammer out of his hand. What are you doing?
Okay, so react. So what do? You kind of just hit his wrist away. Let's do it. We'll do
Yeah.
a strength contest for it.
Can I do acrobatics?
I don't know. I think this one's straight up strength because he's just coming down hard.
So what I want to do is I want to use my kung fu because I'm a dexterous monk boy, and I want to like shift the energy. Like he's swinging forward, I want to grab him and
Take the
bring him
momentum with it.
further
Okay, I'll
forward
take that.
So that he like misses, like he overshoots.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'd
for me.
also like to move the little guy.
Oh yeah, I can
just a
pull him
little
with the
bit,
chain
the
too.
opposite direction,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's gonna miss either
Okay,
way.
with the help action, let's do Shane roll with advantage then.
I got a 21.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. So he's able to come down, but he doesn't find purchase, and the hammer hits into the dirt. And he says, "He should have just had it coming. You gotta just let me take him out. He's done so
Well-
many bad things.
Tell me what he did first.
Our sons and daughters are gone because of him. He reports every family who lives in this town, and they come in and they take him. The Lord knows what they
Oh,
need
I
him for.
see. So he's snitching on them. He's giving them information.
Yeah, and he's like, "Look, man, I'm just working here because same thing. I'm gonna die if I don't tell him this stuff." Then maybe you ought to just die.
I'll tell you what. We got all the information we needed, right, Will?
Will gives you a look like you say the word.
I think we just let nature take its course. I think we just let this situation sort itself out, and we just leave.
So,
Like I never saw the blacksmith here.
so Will kind of like gives a shrug and kicks this guy in the knee really hard to make this an even easier thing. Ravels up his chain, says, I didn't see anything, and begins walking towards the camp.
No, you said I'd be safe. You said I could leave here.
We said you'd be safe from us.
Hey, we're outsiders. This seems like you guys have some history. I don't have the full scope. I don't have the full picture. So I'm going to let you guys handle this however you guys handle this in your neck of the woods. But I am going to go kill a giant. So blacksmith, if knowing that like a world exists in about like a day in which the giants aren't in trouble anymore and anybody that's in there, we're going to set them free. If knowing that makes you not want to kill this man, take that into consideration. Otherwise, we're just going to dip.
Yeah, William's already on the path. He's out.
I think B ushered the guy and just whispered, best start running.
With a limp.
And then joined William. Yeah.
Because he got kicked.
Barbados stands up with his hammer, and Gorza is just standing there kind of waiting for what's Barbados going to do. And he raises his hammer up, and he throws it down to the ground, and he pulls out a bigger one and looks at you and says, "Can I get in on this action?"
Hell yeah, you can't come on, hammer, bro. Let's go kill some fucking giants.
And that's where we're in the episode.
Sweet. Barbados.
Barbados
Nice.
the boy.
I love it.
Cool. Hey, everybody. Thanks for making it through the narrative combat that I tried out. I think it's great. It's going to work out.
I think the edit's going to end up just perfect.
Yes.
I think if I could, the million ways I could see this encounter ending was never like, and boy X. I never thought that was how that story would end. It's like with a new friend.
He's got a daughter there, bro. There's nothing more enticing than your loved ones.
I just didn't know she was.
We didn't
still
know
kicking
she was
around.
captured.
Well, it's good.
He doesn't either, and hope is all he needs.
Hope's all he needs.
Hope is all
a good
you
tool.
need. That's how the song goes.
Well, if
Close
you
enough.
want to try out our narrative combat rules, we have it on our Patreon. Actually, for free. I think you can just click on
Yep.
it and it's right there.
The link will be in the bio.
However, if you like our content, spend $1. See all the other hidden stuff.
There's other treasures.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want
And
to
that would
support...
be Patreon.
Oh, go ahead.
The website. I forgot the website. Patreon.lawfulstupid.org.
Hey, if you want to support the show, you can go to store.lawfulstupid.org and go hit up some of our shop items. It'll be fixed by the time you hear this, so it'll be fine.
Devin, it's been so long. Can you please remind me what my charity is this month?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be pulling again with the one we did last time. It is First Book.
First Book. So our Roll for Humanity this month is First Book, a really great organization that's going to help promote literacy with our youth. It's an incredibly pivotal skill. It determines directly how successful people are in life and how healthy they can communicate with others. It is a fundamental building block to our society, and kids should have access to it. So we're going to roll in support of First Book, and we encourage you to do the same. We rolled a 4. $1, $2, $3, $4 going to First Book along with our other rolls this month, and you can chip in and you can add your rolls to the cause because advantage stacks, baby. Come on.
In a lawful stupid world, advantage stacks, and it is bit. All right.
And he turns back again.
I have the best good news story, and I don't know if I even want you. I don't think you guys, when you hear it, will even want to do it. I think we just close out with this because of how amazing it is. 25 years ago today, one of the most impactful video games in history, Final Fantasy VII, is released to the Sony PlayStation. Always near the top of any discussion of greatest video games ever, Final Fantasy VII revolutionized what a game could be. It was the first video game to introduce that kind of storytelling depth, one of the first to complement gameplay with exceptional music, and the first mega dose of Japanese animation culture to American audiences. It sold 13.3 million copies. The soundtrack sold 180,000 copies. I actually went to one of the concerts they did in Nashville, the Symphony Center there. Though I do know that Shane has some opinions, and so let's see where it goes. So Final Fantasy VII, 25 years old today.
25th anniversary, quarter of a century. Abon, take it away.
No, I'm gonna have to go live in shame because I haven't played Final Fantasy.
You do have to go live in
You
shame.
do.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees.
You are, in fact, exiled.
Heathen. Zebra says heathen.
I'll go play it.
Right now.
Play it right now.
We'll wait.
I'll go.
We'll wait.
You stream it on the Lawful Stupid podcast Twitch, and you tell. Actually, I already streamed Final Fantasy VII on that Twitch, but now you do it. First
Yeah, my
reaction,
turn. Oh, okay.
first
Got
impression.
it. I got the whole setup going on. The background's pretty nice.
Yeah, I see a ring light. You got this.
I do.
Put some Ginge music on in the background. Just punch Nobu in the dick. What do you say, Dwayne?
I'm not-
25 years, Final Fantasy VII.
I don't want to shit talk Final Fantasy VII. I like it. It's got its
My
problems. It's got its problems, like all things. I'll say this. At least it's not Final Fantasy IX. Just because I know that rile Shane up.
And it's an absurd take.
You
it's just the shittest of takes just to try to make me upset. It's fine. I don't care. You can have a bad opinions. Here's the thing about Final Fantasy VII. Is it the best JRPG of its time? Absolutely not. Legend of Dragoon is better, and they came out at the same time. Is it the best in the Final Fantasy series? No, it's absolutely not. I don't care. It's just not. Like Final Fantasy IX is better in every measurable metric, and then there are other ones that are good and are people's favorites. I think 4 is better than 7. It's just the tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics is way better than 7. I just don't think it's that great. I think that it's fine and it's good, and it's got like first thing syndrome. So it's like everybody it's everybody who plays JRPG's first JRPG, and so that's why they fell in love with the genre, and it's the first time they experienced all these concepts that have already been done time and time again in the genre prior to Final Fantasy VII. So I think people love it for that reason, and it's a good reason to love something, but you have to also realize that there's time to grow up and appreciate better things. Just because my first anime very well was Yu Yu Hakusho, and I love it forever and ever and ever, and I think it's great, but like there are better shows that have come out since then that we just need to recognize. Grow up, sheeple.
I'm pretty hurt by that. With that, we say we love you.
And the remakes are disappointing.
I agree with that.
I mean, they're fine. I'm playing them, but they're not great.
Spend your money. That's your fault. We love you.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I've logged no less than 800 hours in Final Fantasy VII. To be clear,
I used to play it annually. I would not beat it until I got
me and my friend
Knights
used
of the Round.
to compete.
Yeah,
We would compete
Well,
to
yes,
see who could get a completed save file the quickest. We would like speed run it against each other. We would compete to see who could get a complete save file the fastest, because it would have your completion time on there, and we would like compare memory cards. Like, look, I got completed data faster than you, or I got 100% faster than you, or yeah. Real dumb nerd shit from the 90s. Anti-Mark, by the way.